Welcome to the G-Spot. Partake in stimulating discussions that may lead to an arousal of opinion. I am your host, Majesty, and today I have one question. Where the hell is Big Mama? Yeah, everybody keep asking where Big Mama. I've seen the different posts about where is the figure Big Mama within the Black community and within the Black family. And everybody want to know where Big Mama at? I'll tell you where she is. We lost Big Mama. Yeah, we misplaced her. Big Mama is gone. The focus shifted and we seem like we lost our damn minds. Yeah, we lost the plot. Because somewhere between the boomer generation retiring and Gen Xers clocking out, it seems like the baton got dropped and here we are, the millennials, trying to pick it up with one hand, while the other hand, we're paying bills, dodging layoffs, and trying to keep our mental health from collapsing all in the same process. It's given too much. We're supposed to be the new aunts and unks, right? But truth be told, we ain't got no business making a potato salad or firing up the grill. Not yet. It is not our time to take Gen X's rightful spot. Y'all got it? We barely have our head above water trying to survive. And honestly, we trying to serve looks, not plates. But maybe that's a part of the problem? I don't know. We might be a part of the problem. That's not my argument though. So where is Big Mama? You remember Big Mama. You know, the woman who could feed a whole block with one pot of greens and still have the energy to drag you with love. The one who didn't need a degree in psychology to know you was going through something. Yeah, The backbone, the prayer warrior, the kitchen philosopher, our moral compass, the emergency fund and the safe place. Yeah, the BIGMAMA, Big Mama. Where is she? Like I previously said, in the midst of everybody living their own life, it's like something shifted. The boomers, our parents, the millennial parents, they fought their way up out the struggle. And then when they made it, they pretty much just clocked out. And listen, I get it. They were tired and maybe they've earned some rest. But in that rest, they forgot to keep pouring into the ones that was going to come after them. But you know what I realized? When we sit back and we like to think about and reminisce like, oh, all the good times when we were kids, you know, the cookout, the unity, the Sunday dinners. Not only do we not have that anymore, well, I'll speak for myself, but I know a lot of us don't have that anymore. What we have to remember is the people who was running the show back then to make all that happen. And we have to realize that that's a big production to put on. But the hard pill to swallow is when it's all said and done, we took Big Mama for granted. We took Big Mama for granted. We loved everything that Big Mama stood for. And in the same breath, we neglected all the traditions to keep it going. And part of the blame is too many of us are for self. It's too many of us that want help, but don't want to reciprocate the help. It's too many of us that just simply don't give a damn no more. I remember when that saying became trendy, like, oh, I'm letting go anything that don't serve me. Okay, massa. We've made individuality too cool. It's too cool to be individuals at this point. And we've done it so much so that we no longer value family. That's a problem. Y'all remember what Big Mama said? Individual efforts may be weak, but by uniting together, a family can be strong and powerful, like a fist capable of a mighty blow. Shout out to Soul Food. So when we looking around like, where Big Mama? Where Big Mama at? Let's be for real. Big Mama is old, like 80 plus years old. When we talking about the real Big Mama, our grandparents and before, they are 80 plus. Some of them are already dead and gone. Rest their beautiful souls. But the ones that are still alive and breathing, I think it's safe to say that they have earned their damn rest. They've been putting in work for 30 to 40 years, raising their kids, grandkids, and sometimes even their great grandkids. Yeah, I think it's about time for them to clock out. Y'all have to agree. It's time for them to clock out. But whether we're talking about Big Mama figuratively or literally, she's gone. That breed of Big Mama that we remember, I don't believe she exists right now today. And if she do, it's a very small percentage. Don't get me wrong. I know some of y'all love y'all Big Mama, Big Mom. I get it. The ones that still got a Big Mama, I completely get it and cherish her. But for a lot of us that no longer have the Big Mama, We really need to ask ourselves, is the idea of Big Mama dead? Have we done away with the matriarchal figure in the Black family? We've already lost a sense of community amongst Black people. And now y'all trying to take Big Mama too? Ain't nobody cutting off my leg, and that's that. Shout out to Soul Food. That was one of my favorite parts. For about a decade now, a lot of the traditions that we held close to our hearts at one point have been just fizzling out. And all this time, the boomers been dropping the ball. Come to the front, boomers. I said, come to the front, the boomers. Y'all know they can't hear. But even with that being said, as my mom would say, it's a day late and a dollar short. The boomers are aging out too. They getting old. So let me stand corrected. It's not just the boomers that's been dropping the ball. Let's all collectively turn and look at the Xers, the Gen Xers, and let's stare at them in disappointment. Because boomers have been boots on the ground since they was like 30 years old. So they have put in some work. I can't put it all on them. They put in some work. I mean, some of the stuff they did was a little suspect, a little eyebrow raising, but nonetheless, they at least had structure. So yeah, right now, the boomers are supposed to be the big mamas. Even if they was doing their job right? Even if they were collectively doing their job as big mama, they still would be on their way aging out right now. Yeah, they would still be kind of aging out because the boomers right now are like 60, 70 years old. Y'all do realize the boomers currently right now are 60 to 70 years old. The boomers have cooked up a few things, but ain't nobody there to pick up the pot of greens that they've left simmering. I know y'all ain't gonna let the greens burn. So yeah, Big Mama dying. It's a sad reality, but it's the truth. But it's still not too late for Gen Xers to come on and get them defibrillators out and pump some air back into our families. The latchkey kids. Latch on to this key and let's get the ball back rolling, please and thank you. I understand that they grew up too independent and too soon. And a lot of them saw the sacrifices that Big Mama had to make. And they was just like, I'm not doing all of that. And can we blame them? Do we blame them though? The answer is yes. Yes, we do blame them because they detached from traditions. They traded community in for convenience and started outsourcing everything else that we used to consider family roles. And if the Black family was like some type of billion-dollar company, yes, all of this sounds great, but we're not. So while it seemed like a good idea then, it's coming back to bite us in the ass now. Because just in case you haven't heard, it's time for y'all to step up and be the elders. Your time is now. Unfortunately, a lot of them simply don't want to do it. So some of y'all ain't gonna get Big Mama back. Or, hold on, I'm speaking too soon. But ask yourself this, if we give up on Big Mama now and the possibility of actually having one, what in the hell do Gen Z have to look up to, look forward to? I mean, they already cooked from being addicted to their phones. And I don't even really want to mention how badly we talk about Gen Z. And like y'all talk about Gen Z as if their parents aren't Gen X and millennials. Hold on, I need to get my stopwatch because clock that T. Yeah, a lot of the parents are Gen X and millennials. So when I hear y'all talking so badly about them, I can't help but ask myself like, okay, but who raised them? Like, because how that don't just happen. Who raised these horrible Gen Xers? Yeah. But that's another topic for another day. Back to the Gen Xers. Y'all was supposed to clock in like 10 years ago, but y'all still on break. And y'all trying to pass the buck to us millennials like y'all got it. And we over here like, wait, but do we? But do we though? Because honestly, we're not even supposed to be up next right now. If we're going to keep it a buck, it's not even supposed to be us yet. We still have about a decade before the shift, before we even supposed to be getting a phone call to get on shift. A whole another 10 years before we even get the phone call to say, all right, it's about time for y'all to clock in. Gen X, I get that self-care is important to y'all. And y'all have been through a lot. I get it. But damn it, we have to. If y'all ain't got the whole self-care thing together by now and y'all ain't figured it out, whoop-de-doo, clock in. It's time to be big mama. Cause I mean this from my heart. It's time to heal already. Like, damn, how long do it take to heal? We want to give y'all moment, but how long do it take to heal? Stop playing and get on the grill. Because here we are, the millennials, the generation who've lived like 5 different world-ending events all before 40. A lot of us can't afford homes. Eggs cost like 2 gold bars. And rent is due every 30 days like clockwork. And now we got to be big mama too? We barely survived the pandemic. And now we have to host family reunions, raise kids, build businesses, heal generational trauma, and still look good all before brunch. We really been through it. We've already been through enough. Can we have a moment? We ain't had a break for real since Y2K. Let's be honest. We haven't even had a real break since Y2K. Y'all remember the year 2000? Yeah. When everybody was at church on bended knee thinking that the world was going to end. And then midnight hit and we was all out in the parking lots like, oh my God, we still here. We made it. Nigga, we made it. We made it. And then boom, the following year, 9/11. Damn, can we catch a break? I love that I'm explaining this like it only happened to us millennials and nobody else. But y'all get my point. It's exhausting. We're out here trying to rebuild traditions that we halfway remember, Googling recipes for meals that we used to watch being made from scratch, and trying to recreate a sense of family and culture that social media just seem to keep distracting us from. So where are the new big mamas? In today's time, big mama ain't necessarily 60. Nowadays, big mama probably in her 30s with a full-time job, 2 side hustles, and a prayer that barely holds her life together. She might not be wearing house shoes, but she wearing boundaries. She might not be sitting on the porch shelling peas, but she's on FaceTime checking on everybody's mental health. Big mama just might be digital right now. Big mama is moving into the digital age. I don't want this to be so though, but her kitchen might just be virtual. Her recipes might come in the form of affirmations and healing shared online instead of around the table. But at the end of the day, she's still the glue. The new and emerging big mama might be trying to figure out how to stick it out without losing herself in the process. So yeah, we might be the new big mamas, even if we didn't ask for the title. But if we're going to carry the name, we can't just carry the responsibility. We have to carry the wisdom too. We can't let the family, the faith, and the foundation slip between our hands while we're busy chasing survival and chasing the bag. And although the boomers put in some work, they are not exempt from fault. They didn't pass down the traditions. A lot of them refused to be the type of grandparents we had growing up. They went from dropping us off every weekend to barely spending time with their own grandkids. So while they had structure, they lacked selflessness. And truth be told, a lot of us are still healing from the trauma that boomers caused. Some of us have even gone no contact with our boomer parents. So yeah, while it may be hard to pick up the torch from the same people who burned a lot of the bridges to begin with, it gotta be done. Because somewhere along the way, Big Mama became a myth. She just became a memory. But I don't think that Big Mama is gone. Like, I think that Big Mama lives in all of us. Big Mama is in me and she's in you, because Big Mama isn't just a person. She's every Black woman that leads with accountability and truth. She's a principle. She represents what it means to love hard with compassion and to stand firm in chaos. So for every millennial ear that can hear, as we pick up where the boomers and Gen X left off, maybe the question isn't, where's Big Mama? Maybe it's time for us to stop waiting for her to make a comeback and ask ourselves, are we willing to become her? So where is Big Mama? I'm right here. I'm right here. Yes, the biggest, the largest. That's Miss Big Mama to you. So start getting y'all recipes ready because we got a lot of work to do. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. And with that, that's the end of this episode. Thank y'all for watching and thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and comment. Subscribe so you can be here for the next episode. Also, I'm looking for some guest speakers. If you think that you can come and sit with me on this couch and have your opinion get turned on, then, well, not on this couch. I'm gonna have another couch for you. Or this not even a couch, but y'all get what I'm saying. I have another seat for you. But if you think you can come here and get your opinions turned on at the G Spot, please email me. The email will be below. And thank you again for watching. You can follow us at the G Spot PC on all social media accounts. I am your host, G Majesty. Love, peace, and hair grease.